Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, we are from the PBL AF17 group with the title Aplikasi Aktivitas dan Manajemen Project Berbasis Mobile. Today, we will presentation the progress of our PBL work. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Fatima Azara as the team leader, and our project propan and our project manager is Mr. Supardianto, Magister Engineer. And the following are lecture from PBL course. And let's not forget my PBL team members. Number one is Cindy Julianti, Abdul Ghafur Ramadhani, me, Rizky Amar Afif, and Yulis Dikawati. Alright, and this is a general description. The mobile-based project activity and management application for student is a specially designed tool to assist students in organizing and managing their problem-based learning project. This application will help students efficiently arrange and manage their PBL project, enhance team collaboration, and ensure the completion of all tests and deadline. And as the project deliverable, we will produce a aplikasi aktivitas dan manajemen project berbasis mobile. And as for our project accomplishment, the first one include user stories that Cindy Julianti will present. Cindy, you may begin.
For user stories, there are two types. The first functional requirements and the second non-functional requirements. Functional requirements in this project are classified into categories. The first is leaders and the second is members, where the leader and members are students. The differentiation in their functional requirements of the two is that only the leader can change the team identity, such as the team name or team title, manage team members such as adding and deleting team members, and manage course such as adding and deleting course related to the PBL project. The functional requirements of the team leader and members are they can log in into the system by selecting either internal or external project, can choose project details that are currently being worked on or have been previously worked on, manage the backlog such as adding and modifying backlog items, manage the logbook such as adding and deleting of logbook entries, can comment of the agenda schedule, and can upload file for exam or Pamerin files, can send message, and the last can log out of the system. Next. For the non-functional requirements, is the application must ensure its security and protect user personal data. The application must have fast response times when used by many students simultaneously. The application must use the Indonesian language, and the last application must have an attractive and user-friendly interface.
All right, thank you for Cindy. And next we have system modeling to be present by Gofur.
Okay, thank you, Fatima. Now we'll explain about system modeling. Namely, use case scenario is in its own definition. A use case scenario is a diagram that describes actor and system. Okay, first of all, the actor are the team leader and members. The team leader can carry out all of the steps in the use case scenario, namely logging in the system, changing identity, adding and deleting team members, adding and deleting courses, choosing the project title, commenting on the agenda, add the change backlog, add and delete lookbook, send message, upload files, and exit the system. Meanwhile, team members can only enter the system, select the project title, comment on the agenda, add on change the backlog, add and delete the lookbook, send message, upload files, and exit the system. Okay, I think enough. Maybe that's all of use case scenario. I will leave it into Fatima. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Gofur. Next, there will be a presentation related to the database design, which will be delivered by Yulis Dikawati. So, Yulis Dikawati, you may begin.
First, the ER diagram used in the design the mobile-based SIAP PBL application project consists of four strong identity, namely study purpose title TPBL, study PBL, study agenda, course list, chat group, user agenda, course title, exhibition file, UTS file, UAS file, Kanban board, and where many study receive title, suggestion, and have several PBM teams. The PBL teams for several student PL teams. One study PBM can comment on the study agenda, manage course list, logbook, and Kanban board. A study PBL team can upload UTS file, UAS file, and exhibition file. One student PBL team can access one chat group. One user or lecturer can active chat group. One user or lecturer can also create several agenda and several course title. Next. To better understand the relational model, we divide it into several parts. but this is only for further understanding, and the 15 tables are still combined in one database. Next. Part of the relational map between student agenda, PBL team, student PBL team, title proposal, and user. Next. Part of the relational model between student agenda, PBL team, student PBL team, title proposal, and user. Next. Part of the relational model between student, subject list, subject matter title, PBM team, student PBL team, title proposal, and user. Next. Part of the relational model between student, test file, was file, exhibition, PBL team, student PBL team, proposal title, and user. Next. Part of the relational model between student, logbook, chat group, PBL team, student PBL team, title suggestion, and user. That's all. Thanks for the attention.
All right, thank you, Yulistika. Next, there will be a presentation, the interface design, which will be delivered by Cindy.
Okay, thank you for the interface design wireframe. There are several sections. Here is a breakdown of the page you mentioned it: login page, home page, group chat page, profile page, and next, agenda schedule page, logbook page, file document page, and Kanban board page. Next. These pages are accessible only to the team leader. Manage team identity page, manage team member page, and the last manage project related course page. Next. This is the implementation of the wireframe that has been created.
Okay, thank you, Cindy. So next implementation will presentation by Afif.
Okay, thank you, Fatima, for the opportunity. Here I want to explain about our PBL project implementation. This is the source code for the login page, which contains options for user types, username input, and password input. And the next is the source code for the home page, which includes several menus, a Kanban board, logbook, and file upload. Below that, there's a team leader menu that can only be accessed by the team leader. And then, and last, we have the source code for the group chat page. Here you can type message in the input field and the bottom and send them by pressing the button on the bottom right. Okay, maybe just this from me. Next, Fatima.
Okay, thank you, Afif. Next. Okay, next there will be a presentation on the project implementation history of the PBL project, which will be presented based on the logbook we have filed out. For the first phase, there was planning with job desk distribution to each team member, which took only 2 weeks. The second phase was analysis, involving the creation of functional requirement and non-functional requirement, use case diagram, and use case scenario, which took 1 week. Following that, there was the design phase where we create wireframe and mockup for the user interface, which took more than 1 week. Lastly, the implementation phase, which include create the main page, login, and group chat feature of the application. This phase took longer time, lasting for the 3 weeks. Next. All right. So the challenge my team and I encore during the PBL project work were as follow. For the first is poor group communication. Number 2, limited team discussion. Number 3, occasional member absence. Number 4, slow individual response. Number 5 is minimal. Number 5 is limit understanding on the PBL project. Next. The project tasks were allocated as follow. Number 1 is Cindy Julianti work on the general description, requirement analysis, revise use case diagram and use case scenario, mockup, and the mockup. And number 2, Abdul Ghafur Ramadhani was responsible for creating the wireframe. Number 3, me handle project schedule, ERD, model relational, and implementation. Number 4, Rizky Amar Afif work on the wireframe. And last is Yulistika Wati was in charge of creating the use case diagram and use case scenario and implementation. Next. All right. So the next step in our project progress plan is to continue the implementation phase of the application. All right. Since we have completed our PBL group discussion, that's all we can present in this presentation. I would like to apologize if there are any words or action that were inappropriate. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.